Hello and welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. We are so glad you are here today. Today, we actually take a look at the topic of some benefits you receive if you're a married college student. If that is you or you know somebody who is married in college or about to be, you can feel free to share this podcast with them. We would greatly appreciate that. You can also dive in deeper to any topic you hear or see on the podcast at thecollegeinvestor.com. We have tons and tons of resources right there on our website. Follow us all over social media too. You have comments, questions, you want to get to know us. We would love to get to know you and help you along in your money journey at The College Investor. Just search for us and you'll find us pretty much anywhere you are. We're there too. All right, so let's take a look at this. Benefits for married college students. So when determining your financial aid eligibility, a ton of factors are taken into account, including your marital status. If you're making your way through college after tying the knot, your financial situation will likely look different than that of your single peers, which could impact your access to financial aid. Everyone's situation, of course, is unique, but today we explore some of the possible benefits for married college students. Take a look. So here's how marital status, impacts financial aid. When you apply for financial aid, being married isn't inherently better than being single. Instead, your marital status impacts your financial aid eligibility because it affects your dependency status on the free application for federal student aid, FAFSA. If you are a single student under the age of 24, you are considered a dependent in most situations. As a dependent, you'll have to include your parents' financial information on the FAFSA. But if you are married, you're generally considered independent from your parents, which means you don't have to include your parents' financial information on the FAFSA. For most young married couples, the independent status results in a positive change for your financial aid, which means saving some bucks. After all, most young couples don't really have too many assets or a high income when starting out, especially since you're both poor college students, right? So with minimal assets, you might qualify for more financial aid. You probably should. And if you don't, congrats. You're doing well. So let's take a look at some ways your marital status might actually help or maybe even hurt your financial aid package. Here's when married students might get more financial aid. Of course, getting married is a major commitment. Come on. The possibility of more financial aid should not ever be the deciding factor on whether or not you get married. But if you are married, here's how that could impact your financial aid package. As a student under the age of 24, you're generally considered a dependent of your parents unless you get married. However, getting married means you'll be independent of your parents' financial situation for financial aid. With that, you'll fill out the FAFSA with your and your spouse's income. If your new household earns less than your parents', this could lead to more financial aid. If you're a student over age 24, you're considered independent of your parents. But if you are married, your income is expected to support both you and your spouse. With fewer resources to go around, you might find a lower expected family contribution, which can take some of the pressure off of your education costs. When married students might actually get less financial aid. This can happen. Getting married could mean more financial aid, but it could mean less access to financial aid. If you're married to someone with a relatively high income, that higher income is included in your FAFSA. And for most, a higher income leads to, you guessed it, less aid. If you're a student under 24 with parents who have many dependents, fewer assets, or a low income, you might get more financial aid by staying unmarried. That's because your expected family contribution might actually be lower. So here's how to pay for school as a married student. Paying for your education is a major financial commitment. As a married student, you can access many of the same resources as you would if you were single. Consider using the strategies here to cover your college costs. Number 1, scholarships and grants, of course. They are both types of free money that you don't have to repay. Since minimizing your student loan debt burden after graduation is a priority for most, all, right? Landing scholarships and grants is going to be key here. While you can apply for many opportunities by submitting your FAFSA on time, Make the effort to apply for other scholarships where you can, as many as possible. Work while you're in school. I know it can be tough to balance your academic career with a job, but even a little bit of extra income can go a long way towards funding your college. If a traditional part-time job is just too much to fit into your schedule, consider building a side hustle that's flexible enough to pursue alongside your studies. Also, don't forget to look for job opportunities in the summer to help you pay for school the following year. As a married student, it is possible that your spouse will be in the workforce while you are in school. In some cases, you might be able to fund your college costs with their income. Work together with your partner to map out a financial plan that just makes sense for your joint goals. Student loans. If you can't pull together enough money to pay for your classes, you might need to lean on student loans a little bit more. When possible, opt for federal student loans to access reasonable rates and worthwhile borrower protections. And anything with student loans, working while in school, side hustles, scholarships, grants, anything like that, please check out thecollegeinvestor.com, type in those keywords, and you'll find tons of resources. The bottom line here, though, married students do often have different financial responsibilities than their single peers. As you navigate paying for school, it's possible that getting married will actually have a positive impact on your financial aid package as well as your life. But ultimately, it really boils down to the details of your particular financial situation. Again, everything is jam-packed into this article and more at thecollegeinvestor.com. We're all over social media. Just a quick reminder, type in The College Investor and you'll find us pretty much anywhere you are. We're there too. Thanks again for stopping by today and listening, and we will talk to you again real soon.